Now, it wasn't enough that Simon Leviev suckered all of these women. It's you have to pay for it, ladies. I'm talking to you today, ladies. Here, we're gonna get serious now, ladies. You're getting suckered. You are getting suckered. If you are putting money into this GoFundMe, you're getting suckered. You are essentially paying, like I said before, you're paying off the deficit of him being 5'6", according to this. You're paying off that deficit, that 5'6" deficit right there. The 264,000. What do you say here? The bottom of that. Oh, $269,000 is what you're trying to make up. But these ladies took and did this on their own. The reason why he's a free man and these women are still in debt is because they did this of their own volition. Because no one said, oh, I think this is bullshit. I think you really should be careful with this. I think this guy who's trying to get you to, this independently wealthy guy from Uganda wants you to hold his money in this email right here. That scam. Remember that? Well, we think that's a horrible thing, but now we're going to expect just, to crowdsource the paying off, absolving these women of the decisions that they made to do this in the first place. How are you supposed to be? First of all, you can't be judgmental. And then second of all, I can't also say, you know what? You're absolving these women of their bad decisions. And I've said this before. I will say this one more time here because this is a really good example of it. I don't like, what was the guy's name? Oh, Giuseppe de Fraya comes in here. Every time he comes in here, it's like, you shouldn't want them to repeal the 19th. I don't want them to repeal the 19th. I don't think that's tenable. I think that's stupid. That's like this freaking pipe dream from MGTOWs and Blackpill. For repeal the 19th. Good luck. Please show me your plan. Tell me what happens. How do we do that? It doesn't happen. And I'm not going to say that it should. And I never have said that it should, because I think women should be able to make their own decisions. What I have a problem with is being held accountable for the consequences of those decisions. Expecting men to cover that. Imagine this. Imagine you see this hot chick at the foam cannon party or what? Oh, here she is. You meet this semi good looking girl. She says, "Oh, I'm 33. I've got my own fashion line or whatever." You meet this girl right here on the beach somewhere in Ibiza or whatever, Ibiza, right? Or you meet these two girls at a club some night and you fall in love with the one on the right. Who knows, right? And she says, hey, I'm Pernilla. How are you? And you start a relationship with that person. You come to find out that she owes $250,000 to her creditors because she got involved with a guy named Simon Leviev. Are you still? Well, don't worry, babe. We'll get through this together. Is that going to be you? Are you going to be the one who's going to say, you know what? That's all right. Because that's pretty much what guys do these days when they get involved with a woman who has like a lot of debt. Usually that debt is from like school, from taking out student loans and or credit cards to, afford their lifestyle while they are at, the University of Arizona or wherever the party school is. I don't know where it is now. You're essentially funding the decisions she made when she met the hot guy in the foam cannon party in Cancun on spring break, because you might not be responsible entirely for the debt that she has, but once you get married, it's not that it becomes, in some cases, in some states, I think it becomes community debt, but it doesn't matter because your finances are still impacted by the decision she made when she was 22 while she was in college for the credit card bill that she used to buy lingerie for the guy that she's still pining for from back in her, crazy party years. Right? Is that going to be you? Now, that's the extreme case. I realize that. I'm emphasizing it with an illustration here. Are all women like that? No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that women hold a whole lot more debt than men do by the time they get to be 30 years old if they've gone through, because they're statistically speaking, women take out more student loans than men do. I can show you the 2/3 more than men do. So when we look at student debt and you say, oh, well, a woman says, I'm looking for a guy who's my equal. Well, by that, do you mean a guy who has the same amount of debt that you have? Because that's really something that guys need to take in consideration when they are looking for a long-term partner. Hell, even Tom Likas has been talking about that since like the late 90s. Let me see let me do a credit check on you, right? What's your credit at? 700? Okay, we can get married. Oh no, you've got a Pell Grant? No, we're not getting married. Women hold the majority of student debt, at least in the United States. I don't know what it is over in the UK, but I'm pretty sure it's probably about the same. They hold the majority because they're the ones who are enrolling more than men are. But that yet when we get married, that becomes my community. It becomes, well, technically for the length of the marriage anyways, it becomes community debt, community responsibility. I got to pay off for, one way or another, it's got to get paid off. So is that something you want to sign up for? I don't think enough guys really think about those things. So like, as I said before, if you meet this hot girl, semi-hot girl at Cancun or whatever, and she says, oh yeah, I got bilked out of $100,000 because of this guy and I'm still on the hook for it. And I couldn't get enough people to do my GoFundMe to absolve me of that debt. Let's get married. No, you might want to think twice about that.